Hello, today we're going to be discussing the Internet of Things, cloud computing, computer hardware, and open source software. And I thought I'd just start out with a little story about my baby cousin. So this summer, we were just sitting with our family, and my brother was playing on my uncle's portable or handheld Yahtzee game, and he handed it to my little cousin, and she didn't understand, and she started swiping it like you would with an iPhone or an iPad. And I thought this just kind of represented how fast technology is advancing in our world today. So, the Internet of Things, cloud computing, computer hardware, and open source software are all technologies that make using the Internet and other technology much easier, faster, and more efficient. The Internet of Things is transforming the physical world into an information system. Internet of Things is shifting the Internet that has data created by people into one with data created by things. And by this, I mean that individual objects are getting a chip and a unique IP address, so they're able to be identified. And these objects are being tracked, and the data that they collect is being recorded through the cloud system. That means that these objects are able to interact with each other as well as with the Internet. And the Internet of Things is growing very rapidly. It is predicted that in 2020, about 50 billion objects will have their own IP address and be connected to the Internet of Things. This system has many benefits, and that's why it is growing so fast. Some of the benefits are that it reduces waste, lost information, and cost. So secondly, we're going to be talking about cloud computing. And cloud computing makes accessing the Internet much easier, more efficient. Cloud computing is a service rather than a product like a computer, and it allows programs, tools, and applications to be accessed through a web browser as opposed to being locally installed on an individual computer. And cloud is from anywhere at any time, and the benefit is that you don't have to be in the same location as your physical computer or hard drive like you do with just a plain computer. And there are many benefits to cloud computing. It is flexible because it can be accessed from at any time on multiple devices such as these. And it is mobile because it can be accessed from anywhere with internet connection. And it is very cost effective because there's no buying physical hardware or programs to be installed, and you only have to pay for some of the apps if you want to download those. And many companies have adopted cloud computing due to these benefits. And there are many different types of cloud computing, or there are many different types of clouds. There's a public cloud, which can be accessed by anyone, and private clouds, which are set up so that only certain groups of people are allowed to access them, and community clouds, which can be shared between 2 or more organizations or groups. So next, we're going to be talking about computer hardware. And that is just the physical parts that go into the computer, such as the keyboard, the mouse, the monitor, the hard drive, the computer data storage, the case, the charger, and others. And the motherboard is where all the circuits are connected that make the computer run. And the storage device stores the computer's memory. And hardware is basically the tangible version of computer software. And this is the evolution of memory storage. You can see how it advanced throughout the years. And all computers have computer hardware, and they just differ in size and location in relation to each other, depending on which type of computer you have. And hardware has evolved over the years. For example, memory storage used to be stored on disks and cards, and now it's more of like the UBS or the USB disks instead. And next we're going to be talking about open software or open source software. And open source software is free software offered to the public, and the general public is able to modify and enhance the software, and people can configure it to their own specific preferences, which means that it's very flexible. And because it is free, the flexibility and no cost attracts people to this open software. And some benefits of open software are that it is free, safe, flexible, reliable, and easy to access and modify. Open software also eliminates the need for locally installed applications. And Linux is one of the big, it's kind of the poster child for open software or open source software, and it is designed for flexibility, and it constantly works to better itself. And Linux is the leading software operating system right now. And as you can see on this chart, the technological advances in the last 10 years have increased by thousands. And so the Internet of Things, cloud computing, computer hardware, and open software, all parts of today's technological or developing technology, and these things are being improved upon every day, and there's no limit to how much more technology will be invented. As you can see here, there is no limit. Thank you for listening.